Hi, shalom everyone. I'm going to continue this fantastic series, friends, of the daily page of the Daf Yomi Gemara, page number 15 of Masechet Avodah Zara over here, making fantastic progress at the moment. Very, very interesting. We're talking all about a topic about Samaritans, which we mentioned about on various pages before here inside the Daf Yomi. If we recollect, I think we did it in maybe 2 or 3 other tractates over the last, let's just say, last 2-3 years since we've actually started the daily page of Daf Yomi. So Kutim are also known as Samaritans. Naturally, that's the first thing we can say. The first thing, parallel to the laws taught in the Mishnah in yesterday's page, which we very much learned about, the Gemara quotes a Braita that teaches a similar halakha regarding Kutim, like we learned inside thing. Thus, there were places in Israel where the Jews sold the hemot dakot, animals that were thin, let's just say sheep and goats, to Kutim, while in other places they would not sell these animals over there. Now, the term Kutim refers to those people who were brought to Israel in a population exchange, let's just say, during the first Bet HaMikdash time period, respectively, first times when the king of Assyria exiled the northern kingdom and replaced them with other nations. Now, we've spoken about that on various occasions before in this series with regards to the history of this. Not all of whom were Kutim, however. Now, they would go on over here to settle in the area around the city of Shomron, Samaria, as it's popularly known as, which is why they are also called Shomronim, or Samaritans also. Now, we actually learned inside the Torah and the Nevi'im in the Tanakh, I think in the book of Kings, we've actually learned over in the second book of Kings, in chapter number 17, the Navi describes how these nations accept upon themselves some of the Jewish laws and customs out of fear after, let's just say, they were attacked and killed by lions, which we've spoken about on various occasions before over here. And many of you will be familiar with these stories from the Tanakh, respectively, which is why they are often called Gerei Arayot, converts because of lions. At the same time, they did not, let's say, renounce their own gods and religious traditions, which obviously is very problematic from a Jewish point of view. At the beginning of the second Bet HaMikdash period, second temple period, when the Jews of the diaspora, let's say, they started to return at that stage in time to the land of Israel, the relations between the Jewish community and the Shomronim became tense at that stage in time, with, let's just say, the Shomronim trying to bring down the efforts to rebuild the wall surrounding the city of Jerusalem and the Bet HaMikdash over there. At the same time, there were Jewish families, including families of Kohanim, who intermarried with the Shomronim and assimilated with them. And that's very much, once again, also many of us will be familiar with this specific time period. During some periods, the relation between the two groups of people reached levels of let's say, warfare. Yochanan Hyrcanus, I can never pronounce his name, even attacked and destroyed their temple on Mount Gerizim. Now, during other periods, as I say, however, there were cooperation between them, especially during the time period of the Bar Kokhba rebellion. Very much we would recount over during the festival like a moment. Now, generally speaking, the rabbis, they believed that the Kutim were scrupulous in keeping those mitzvot that they actually accepted. And our Gemara argues over here that Kutim were not known to engage in acts. Let's say, for example, we're talking about the disgracefulness of bestiality in yesterday's things, which was commonplace among local non-Jews in the tradition. And that point in time was the tradition was to avoid selling animals to Kutim, lest they sell them to their pagan idol worshippers, which is spoken about inside the series in yesterday's page, which was page number 14, respectively, in Avodah Zara, which I recommend everyone to actually learn that page, which we chronicled over just yesterday. So on that note, wish you all a fantastic day. Take care, and blessings here from Israel, from the city of Jerusalem. Take care, everyone, and be well. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. And wishing everyone well. Thanks very much.